for a crisis. We can't predict anything about accidents or illnesses in our lives.
Every 34 minutes in America, a stroke happens. In the middle of the night, I tried to get up in the morning, Tuesday morning, I tried to get up, and you know you need 2 hands and 2 legs to get up. I couldn't get out of bed. They diagnosed stroke, put me in rehab for 6 weeks. My voice came back, and I was doing my seminars again. The foundation helped me bridge that gap.
Serving.
Sharing.
Supporting.
The NSA Foundation is the charitable arm of the National Speakers Association. It is the conduit for our members to give of themselves, give of their resources, to ensure for a better future for our profession and for families who may be involved in the association.
Well, the program was started because one of our members who was literally in bad health but had outlived his assets. He was about 90-something years old, and his wife came to a lot of NSA members at the time and said, "We need your help. We're out of money." And he's got a lot of insurance. And so they all pitched in. He passed away shortly after that. She started sending checks back to those people who had sent her money. They all said, "No, let's put that into a special fund so that if this happens again, we'll have the funds available to do that." And that was the beginning of PSBF. And since then, there have been literally hundreds of stories. I could sit here for hours and tell you about how the PSBF fund has jumped in and helped people in need.
My world suddenly came crashing down on me on June 13th, 98, when suddenly while riding a bicycle I was struck by a falling 80-foot tree and was paralyzed instantly from the waist down. And so I found the NSA Foundation through my Ohio chapter members who came to my side in the hospital and said, "Do you know about NSA has a fund for our members? And do you know about this fund that you could tap into?"
Well, it helps speakers in a variety of ways. The primary way that most people recognize is through the Professional Speakers Benefit Fund, the PSBF fund as we call it. And that exists to help members who have experienced personal tragedy or some catastrophic incident in their lives and provide some support, not to make up for bad business mistakes, but to help them get back on their feet or sustain them while they're going through a catastrophe.
I was twice blessed by NSA Foundation. First, when my husband was diagnosed with cancer, and for 8 to 10 weeks, just trying to keep it all together, self-employed, keeping my clients happy, maintaining whatever momentum to stay active in the game of making my business grow. The second time the blessing happened for us is during Hurricane Katrina, when we lost everything. The area that I lived in, my business, my home, everything was destroyed.
I feel that what the NSA Foundation Katrina Relief Effort did is a model. It's a model for not only for NSA with future disasters, but it's a model for every organization across the world that faces a very chaotic situation that happens so suddenly and so unplanned.
NSA Foundation is for members like you. This organization is a community, and it reaches out to its members.
Another way it helps is through research. And the research that we do provides members with information they can use to help grow their professionalism and grow their business. A third way that it helps is through providing scholarships and professor awards. And that may not seem exactly like a definite connection to how it helps people, but what happens is through our efforts in providing scholarships and honoring professors who teach in speech communication, what we're doing is keeping NSA in the forefront of people who are the next generation of potential professional speakers, who will become the next members that come in and help sustain us. And it also encourages the speech professors to be aware of who we are and what we do and how we're contributing to the value of the spoken word.
Why is it important to contribute to the NSA Foundation? Because NSA has 2 functions: doing well and doing good. And the foundation is our vehicle for doing good. It's how we serve other people. It's our way of saying to the rest of the world, we want to share our abundance and we want to keep the giving going.
You know, for many years I've heard people say, and have to admit I've said myself, that
I want to put as much back into the system as I take out. And I realized that that's really not contribution. If you put as much back in as you took out, that's barter. I've decided that the real key to contribution is to aspire to put more back in than you took out. That's when you've truly contributed and been of service.
I think it's important for us to support the NSA Foundation for a couple of reasons. First and foremost is that I believe it's important to serve. When we serve others who are in need, we have the opportunity to give of the things that we have so that others may benefit. And that's important. It keeps us grounded and it keeps us focused on the right things. But secondly, for our association, it's very easy for us to get caught up in the ego of what we do. And by allowing us to serve our fellow members when they are in need, it brings us down to a point where we can serve another human being.
Serving.
Sharing. Supporting. Give today and help your fellow member. You never know when you may need help.
And so none of our members are going to be in a position that they won't need it at some point in their life. They're all subject to some time in their lives when they could use a little financial assistance from the National Speakers Association.
We never know when we're going to need what the foundation is so generously wanting to help us with. So give, and give from your heart in whatever way you can give.
Perhaps the best way for a person to express their gratitude for the profession called speaking and coaching and consulting and training and so on, and the best way for someone to leave a degree of legacy as an impact, is to understand that our members are growing older, that the future will bring challenges to many a family, and that there are young people who need to be educated and receive education and communication, and that anything we do today generously and kindly to help them will guarantee for all of us a future that is brilliant in terms of the NSA and the NSA Foundation. So, of course, we want everyone to reach beyond themselves, to open up their purse and their heart to give, and to give generously, and in the process to be blessed because of it.